Sure. Here's a 45-minute YouTube video script in paragraph format. Focus on the most expensive 1976 D5-cent coin from the United States. This version includes historical context, numismatic details, rarity, market value, collector interest, and more, delivered in an engaging narrative style. The world of coin collecting is filled with treasures hidden in plain sight, among the everyday pocket change. Some coins are worth far more than their face value. In this video, we dive deep into one such numismatic gem, the 1976 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that originally cost just 5 cents but, under specific conditions, has sold for astounding prices in the collector's market. Today, we're uncovering why the seemingly ordinary coin minted in Denver has become a hot item for collectors, and why some rare examples have fetched thousands of dollars at auction. Let's begin by placing this coin in historical context. The year 1976 was a significant one in U.S. history. It marked the bicentennial of the United States, 200 years since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. While special bicentennial designs were released with quarter, half-dollar, and dollar coins, the nickel did not receive a commemorative design. Instead, the Jefferson nickel retained its standard design featuring the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. But despite its unchanged appearance, the 1976 D nickel holds unique interest for collectors. The D mint mark signifies that this coin was struck at the Denver Mint, which produced over 500 million Jefferson nickels in 1976. That's a massive number, which would suggest that this coin should be incredibly common. And for the most part, it is. But as seasoned collectors know, rarity in numismatics isn't just about how many coins were made. It's also about how many survive in pristine condition, whether there are notable mint errors, and what kind of varieties exist within a particular issue. What makes the 1976 D nickel so special is that under certain conditions, such as pristine preservation or error minting, these coins become extraordinarily valuable. In top condition, particularly in grades like MS67 or MS68 as certified by professional grading companies such as PCS or NGC, these nickels become extremely rare. Out of the hundreds of millions minted, only a tiny handful meet the criteria for such a high grade. It's this extreme scarcity and high condition that drives up demand and value. So how much can a top-grade 1976 D nickel be worth? Let's look at some real-world examples. In recent years, an exceptionally preserved 1976 D. Jefferson nickel graded MS67 plus full steps by PGS sold at auction for over $3,000. That's right, over $3,000 for a 5-cent coin. And it's not the only one. Other specimens with full steps designation, which indicates a particularly strong strike, showing all the steps on Monticello clearly, have also reached prices well into the thousands. Now, you may be wondering, what are full steps and why are they such a big deal? In numismatic grading, full steps refers to the visibility of the steps on Monticello's front in the coin's reverse design. A coin with clearly defined, uninterrupted steps, usually 5 or 6, is considered superior in strike quality. Because weak strikes are so common with Jefferson nickels, finding one with full steps is rare. Combine that rarity with an excellent surface condition, and you've got a coin that collectors are willing to fight over. But that's not the end of the story. Error coins also add intrigue to the 1976 D nickel. Examples of off-center strikes, double dies, or coins struck on the wrong planchet have surfaced. These types of mint errors are even rarer and often fetch premium prices. A double die error, for example, where the design elements appear slightly double due to misalignment during minting, can drive collectors into bidding wars. Though no massively famous 1976 D double die is known like those of the 1955 Lincoln cent. Even minor doubling can bring hundreds of dollars if authenticated. Die varieties also play a role in boosting a coin's value. While not as widely publicized as the 1976 D nickel as for other years, any distinct variation of the die used to strike the coin, such as overdates, repunched mint marks, or die cracks, can be of major interest to specialists. These small differences might not mean much to the casual observer, but to a die-hard Jefferson nickel collector, They can mean the difference between a $5 coin and a $500 one. Now, let's talk about condition. Most nickels from 1976 are heavily circulated, with scratches, nicks, and general wear. Even though millions exist, very few have been carefully preserved. Coins found in mint sets, uncirculated rolls, or original bank wrap packaging have the best chance of surviving in high grade. But even those aren't guaranteed to meet the highest standards due to how nickels are made. Their composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, means they're prone to contact marks and weak strikes. That makes high-grade examples even more special. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1976 D nickel? First, look for overall sharpness and design. The clearer and more complete the details, especially the steps on Monticello, the better. Next, check for luster, a bright, unbroken shine that indicates the coin hasn't been circulated. If you think your coin is exceptional, consider sending it to a grading service for evaluation. Coins that receive MS66 or higher, especially with full steps, have the best chance of being worth serious money. Of course, grading isn't cheap. It can cost $20 to $50 or more per coin, depending on the service and speed. That means it's only worth grading if your coin has real potential. Compare it to high-grade images online, or take it to a local coin dealer for a second opinion before investing in certification. Now, let's talk market trends. Over the last decade, prices for high-grade 1976 D nickels have remained strong. While not every coin reaches auction record territory, the market shows a healthy demand for top specimens. Collectors aiming to complete Jefferson nickel sets, especially those that require full steps coins, will pay a premium for 1976 D nickels in superb condition. As these coins age, high-grade examples are only getting rarer. It's also worth noting that Jefferson nickels, as a series, are gaining more attention among collectors. While they once played second fiddle to more glamorous coins like silver dollars or pre-1965 quarters, today's collectors recognize the challenge and fun in assembling a top-tier nickel collection. And the 1976 D, despite not having a flashy bicentennial design, plays an important role in that set, especially in gem condition. We've covered the history, the grading, the rarity, the value, and the market for the 1976 D Jefferson nickel. But beyond all of that, what makes this coin so fascinating is the idea that something so common can turn out to be so valuable. It's a reminder that treasure doesn't always look like gold doubloons or ancient artifacts. Sometimes, it looks like a nickel you might find in your change jar. So the next time you're sorting through your coins, take a closer look at any 1976 D nickels you come across. Flip them over, study the steps of Monticello, check the shine, and examine the surface. You never know. You could be holding on to a small fortune disguised as a simple 5-cent coin. Whether you're a veteran collector or just getting started, the story of the 1976 D nickel is a perfect example.